This man, Michael, is 54 years old. He left his home in Indiana to move to South Carolina to join the Goose Creek Police Department. He went through 12+ weeks in the South Carolina Criminal Justice Academy. It was an intense training program. There were physical and mental tests. The stress was high, and some recruits failed. This man, Michael, made it through the entire academy at the age of 54. This is his second time going through an academy. The first time was almost 20 years ago, when he lived in Indianapolis. He was away from his family and loved ones for months while he was in training, but he continued to have faith in the Lord and made it through. There were times when he could have easily given up, but he pushed through. He took the long way around, but he finally made it. This is an example of someone who didn't let their age or circumstances get in the way of their dreams. What's your dream? This man's story should inspire you to push through whatever you're going through right now.
Good morning. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for basic class 837. Cadre Robbins, please present the graduates.
Class, halt! Center, base!
Audience, will you please stand for the playing of the national anthem?
Present, arm! Order, arms!
Audience, you may be seated.
Class, take seats.
At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce you to the Director of the South Carolina Criminal Justice Academy, Chief Jackie Swinton.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, sir. I know we don't have a big crowd today, but we can have a little more vocal crowd. Man, good morning. Good morning. There you go. Thank you. This is law enforcement graduation for basic 837. And as you see, it's not a very large class. I believe there's 27 graduating today. They started with a few more than that. This is the ones that made it. So they'll tell you that not everybody does make it. It is challenging both academically and physically, and they distinguish themselves to make it to this point. I know they're glad to have family and friends and co-workers here. We're also glad to have those that are watching on Facebook Live. We have people that are watching in this state and in other states and maybe even other parts of the world. We often get little comments that family members and friends are watching somewhere else. And we appreciate that. We have them watching. You can go back and look at it on YouTube. It's filmed and recorded, so y'all can watch yourself over and over again. But we're glad that you are here today. Again, not a very large crowd, because not a very large graduation, but we're glad nonetheless for those of you that are here. I'm proud of this class and look forward to giving them their certificate here shortly. Let me tell you who's on the stage here with me. This is Director Junior Johnson, Northwest Public Safety, I guess speaker. I'll introduce a little further. This is Major Don Rock. You may see in your program it says Chris Eunice. Chris had a family situation which came up less than 10 minutes ago, and that sort of shows about police work that you have to be quick and adapt. And so Rock had on other clothes, but he had his Batman uniform there in his office, or Superman in the phone booth, and he changed and jumped on stage. And so bear with him. If he doesn't pronounce your names exactly right, just go by what it sounds like. We're going to be looking on fire. So we appreciate him filling in. And so that. But before we get to introducing the speaker, two of these classmates here have family members who are either in law enforcement or graduate or retired from law enforcement. And we allow them to come on stage and present certificates. So you can hold your applause when these individuals come up. Retired Secret Service Special Agent Melissa Ragland, who is the mother of Jennifer Ragland of South Carolina Probation Department and Parole Service. Officer James Cox Jr. of the Conway Police Department, and Officer Karen Cox of Myrtle Beach Police Department, who are the parents of James Cox III of Myrtle Beach Police Department. Pretty neat. Got both parents. Good deal. Come on, y'all, give them a round of applause. I kind of get the, obviously, the front row seat handing out certificates and get to see the family members present their loved ones certificates, and it really is a joy to see the pleasure on the face, I guess, pleasure on the faces of law enforcement people to see that their loved ones, their youngins have followed in their footsteps, and I'm glad that y'all have set the example for your children to want to do it. I heard recently a media interviewed an agency head and asked him, what would you do if your child wanted to go into law enforcement? Said, I'd plant a bag of marijuana in his pocket and call 911. You know, that was funny, but it was sad that that person thought that this wasn't the right profession for your kid. And I know you're scared for your children, but thank God that we got people that still want to do this great job, because Lord knows we need them. So give them a round of applause. It's our privilege to introduce our guest speaker, Joe Junior Johnson, Director of Northwest Public Safety. He started in 1999 as a firefighter while attending the University of South Carolina at Aiken. And upon graduating with his bachelor's degree there, he then went on to get a master's of accountancy at the University of South Carolina. Then he did a little stint being an accountant, and he realized that he was called to be an officer. So he went back to the Northwest Public Safety and started and came to this academy, graduated in 2005, basic class 477. And then he worked through all the ranks there with patrol and sergeants, lieutenants, accreditation, manager, captain. And then he became the director of the Department of Public Safety there, which means, of course, they're full service fire and police in January 24. And he's done all types of things in that agency. And so it's a really, very progressive agency. And so without any further ado, my pleasure to introduce my friend, Junior Johnson.
Good morning. I would like to thank Director Swindler for allowing me the opportunity to address these graduates today. As with any graduation, you are ending your time here at the Academy, but you are beginning the most rewarding part of your career. Each of you will leave here and go back to your departments to begin your field training. I would like to impress upon each one of you the importance of continuing to train even after your formal training ends. It was 20 years ago that I sat in those same chairs as a part of Basic Class 477 graduating, and I still continue to learn and train today. I have 3 words I want to go over with you today. They are resilience, rewards, and relationships. Resiliency is necessary to be successful in this profession. Most people that will be calling you will be having the worst day of their life, and they're depending on you to help, no matter what the situation is. You will constantly be exposed to things no one should have to witness. It is imperative that when these images and actions begin to affect you mentally, you are not afraid to ask for help or let someone know what you are going through. There are multiple officers in this room who have experienced the same thing. The more experienced sergeants and lieutenants that you work for are a wonderful source of knowledge on how to be resilient, as they have already walked in your shoes as a new recruit officer. The last 20 years have not been easy for me. I've had classmates from my class murdered in the line of duty, as well as fellow officers in my department that still carry their scars from being shot in the line of duty. Unfortunately, some of you will be affected by the same circumstances. During these difficult times is when it is most important that you remember why you got into this career. To help people. While this job is not easy, there are people that need you. Officer presence is the first step in the level of force. It is unknown how many crimes are prevented simply by the presence of a police officer. It is important that you stay resilient and continue to provide that officer presence for your community. You will be encountered by people who ask you, why do you continue to work as a law enforcement officer when all these things are happening? A quote that I located explained it this way: to serve and protect is not just a motto, it's a calling. Each of you that are graduating today understand this calling and the responsibility that comes with it, no matter the circumstances you are faced with. The second word I would like to leave you with today is reward. This is a very rewarding career. I'm not talking about monetary rewards or rewards that come to you because you're wearing a badge. If that is why you got in this profession, I would encourage you to leave before you give the rest of the noble officers a bad name. The reward I'm talking about is when you get to tell the crime victim that you have located and arrested the offender who victimized them. The look of comfort that comes over a victim when you are able to allow them to feel safe again is priceless. Another reward is the encounter you have with a person years after you have arrested them, and they tell you the arrest you made of them changed their lives and allowed them to rid themselves of their addiction. Another reward is the feeling of accomplishment you get when you have a serial burglar targeting a specific area and you are able to apprehend the suspect. The joy of seeing a mother who is reunited with their missing child that wandered off. Some of you may become school resource officers and have the unique opportunity to set the example for hundreds of kids each school year. These rewards pay off years down the road when that child becomes a law enforcement officer as an adult and tells you they became an officer because you inspired them. The difference that you make will be unique to your set of circumstances. No matter what agency you're working for, the rewards will be there if you are willing to put in the work and make a difference in the life of another person. The third word I would like to leave you with today is relationships. In the law enforcement profession, there are relationships to be had in a multitude of directions, and all are equally important. The first relationship I would like to discuss is your relationship within your department. These are the people that you will be working with every day. They are depending on you as much as you are depending on them. What kind of person do they say you are? Are you dependable, hardworking, and most important of all, do you act with integrity and follow a strong code of ethics? The actions you take and the decisions you make will determine your descriptors. The second relationship I'd like to talk about is your relationship within the community. As you leave here and begin to have encounters with the community that you serve, you will be remembered. What seems like an everyday interaction to you will have an impact on the people you encounter. As a traffic officer, you may encounter thousands of people on traffic stops. but each of those stops may only have encountered one officer. What will their impression be? Will it be this officer cares about his community and the people who live in it? Or will their opinion be that you are just out there to take advantage of the people you're supposed to be serving? This is a friendly reminder that you only get one chance to make a first impression. I still remember a quote from one of my instructors when I was attending the academy about dealing with suspects. You don't have to respect what they do, but you still have to treat them with respect. The way you treat your relationships with these suspects will earn you a reputation on the street. You get to determine what that reputation is. An example from my career, my wife and I were shopping in Walmart one night. We all had to shop for the basics in life somewhere. When a gentleman approached me and began talking to me as though we had been friends for a long time. After this conversation was over, my wife asked, "Who was that?" I told her I met him last week when I arrested him. The people we come in contact with will remember you. It is up to you what they remember you for. Relationships continue further than just interactions with subjects and complainants. You will have the opportunity to make an impact on all citizens, and your actions will shape what your community says about the police department. Each one of you will have an effect on all others in this room, and I encourage you to let your actions guide the community to a better relationship with law enforcement. The great poet Maya Angelou summed it up best when she stated, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." It is also just as important to maintain great relationships with other law enforcement agencies. Each of you may be wearing a different uniform as you graduate here today. But it is imperative that we work collaboratively to achieve our goals in fighting crime. Don't get focused on whether it is better at a sheriff's office, a municipality, or a state agency. We all should be working together to make South Carolina a safer place. Another relationship that will allow you to navigate your career easier is your relationship with the Lord. The most important relationship in my career has been my rewarding relationship with my Lord and Savior Jesus. It is imperative that you take the time to focus on your relationship with God. This will allow you to be more resilient as you have a safety net of people and prayer that are there for you. This will allow you to enjoy the rewards that come with the job while establishing more relationships. One last thing for today. The mission statement at North Augusta Public Safety is to provide exemplary police and fire services to its citizens. While that may not be the mission statement for your department, I encourage each one of you to be exemplary as you continue your career. Thank you again for allowing me the opportunity to share a few words with you today, and thank you for your willingness to join this noble profession. And I wish each one of you the best of luck as you return to your community. Thank you.
At this time, we'd like to recognize some individuals in the class who achieved a certain level of accomplishment over the 8 weeks they've been here. First, I would like to present the Class Leadership Awards. These individuals take on many extra duties and serve as liaison between the staff and the students. These duties include accountability formations, getting information to the class, checking mail, relaying telephone messages, and many other assignments. For Basic 837, these awards go to the class leader, Allison Peachy, Beaufort County Sheriff's Office, and the assistant class leader, Kevin Ashman, Richland County Sheriff's Department. The next award is the Clifford A. Moyer Marksmanship Award. This award is named for the first director of the Criminal Justice Academy and is given to the officer who obtains the highest score during handgun training, in addition to the successful completion of all academic and proficiency tests. For 837, this award goes to Gavin Beeson, Myrtle Beach Police Department. The last award is the Director's Physical Fitness Award. Every candidate participates in the physical abilities test comprised of running a timed obstacle course. To qualify for this award, the candidate must also successfully complete the challenge run in addition to the successful completion of all academic and proficiency tests. For 837, this award goes to James Wanzer, Richland County Sheriff's Department. In an effort to maintain basic training involvement in the physical training process throughout the course, a 3-mile challenge run was implemented. A timed run of 25 minutes or less takes place week 8 to qualify for the challenge run ribbon. We would like to recognize the following officers for successfully completing the challenge run, and I'd ask to hold your applause until all have been recognized. Danny Barnhill, North Charleston Police Department, and James Wanzer, Richland County Sheriff's Department. Class leader, it's time. Please prepare the class for receiving their certification.
Class, on your feet. Center, face. Now from the rear, forward, march.
Allison Peachy, Beaufort County Sheriff's Office. Kevin Ashford, Richland County Sheriff's Department. Danny Barnes, North Charleston Police Department. Sean Bartell, Myrtle Beach Police Department. Michael Bates, Goose Creek Police Department. Gavin Beeson, Myrtle Beach Police Department. James Cox III, Myrtle Beach Police Department, being presented a certificate by another father. Taylor Davis, Beaufort County Sheriff's Office. Morgan Isaac, Columbia Police Department. Saquon Jones, Dillon Police Department. Marquitha North, North Charleston Police Department. Keith Maloney, North Charleston Police Department. Kane Martin, Myrtle Beach Police Department. Justin Merritt, Myrtle Beach Police Department. Bernardino Munoz, Bullis Police Department. John Nunley, Clinton Police Department. Michael Oliveira, Myrtle Beach Police Department. Todd Perry, Georgetown County Sheriff's Office. Spencer Porterfield, North Augusta Public Safety. Jennifer Bragg, South Carolina Probation Parole and Department Services. She's the bonus certificate by another. Ashley Rondo, Conway Police Department. Paul Shannon, North Charleston Police Department. Morgan Smith, Travelers Rest Police Department. Patrick Troutman, Calhoun County Sheriff's Office. James Warren, Richland County Sheriff's Department. Jocelyn Williams, Richland County Sheriff's Department. Brandon Reynolds, Myrtle Beach Police Department. Congratulations, 8th Police Officer.
Again, it's my pleasure to have you here, and I hope you'll take a moment to tour our facility. I think you'd love to go over on the corner to the Police Officers Hall of Fame. There's a great police museum. You'd love seeing that. We tour our facility. We also have an academy store. We'd love you to go do a little shopping in there. We let your students, your family members show you around. But before I dismiss you, we have a brass bell on the wall, and it's sounded at every graduation. And it symbolizes the transformation from citizens to law enforcement officers to a family of believers. Each graduating class rings the bell, be ready to serve and protect the citizens of their community. Class leader, have your member ring while in the service. Go do great and mighty things, and may God truly bless you and keep you in the palm of his hand and keep you safe. Class leader, dismiss your class.
Class, attention! Officer in, bring the class in the service.